2 minutes of just straight up thrash metal Thursday. Why not? It's a new track from Enforced Radiation Sickness, kickstarting Peach's Pip Party on this pre-Friday, aka Thursday, July 17th, 2025. If you want to get a hold of me, you can over at 208-535-1015. Are you also annoyed by bugs this summertime? I for some reason, got a bug bite on the back of my head. It's like a giant lump back there. It was a giant lump. It's gone down, thankfully. I was freaked out when I first got it. I'm like, oh my God, it's a brain tumor. I need to go get it checked out. But no, there's an even worse bug bite also on the back of my neck. Yeah, it looks like I'm the Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's that big. But engineers, I was looking here, they have developed a gadget called the Photon Matrix. Sounds cool, right? Uses AI and lasers to detect and zap up to 30 mosquitoes per second. This thing's going to wipe out all the mosquitoes. It's all without harming humans or pets. The inventor, Jim Wan, must just really hate mosquitoes. He says this thing can spot a bug mid-flight, take it down in just 3 milliseconds, creating an iron dome for bugs. Jim Wan and his company are raising money to get the Photon Matrix into production. What a great name for an invention. The Photon Matrix, a giant dome around maybe like your kitchen table. Or maybe your outdoor table. You know, you're trying to sit in the back patio. Those mosquitoes, they keep being pests. They keep trying to suck your blood. They just get zapped out of the sky. You watch a mosquito just try coming close. Next thing you know, it's just dead on the floor. Guests are like, what happened? My Photon Matrix just obliterated the thing. If they're able to put this thing into production, a basic version will be priced at about $500. With the professional model priced at around $600. What's a professional model? Is that the one that gets up to 30 mosquitoes per second? Meanwhile, the basic, cheaper one for $500, 15 mosquitoes per second? What peasant work, right? I would certainly save money for something like this. The bugs have been pests this entire summer. Anyway, we'll continue with Peach's Pip Party here in just a few on K-Bear 101. This right here is a wild story. This woman in Key West, Florida, out of all places, Cynthia Sosa, reportedly stopped her car at an intersection to allow a chicken to cross the road. She was trying to help the joke, right? Well, another driver behind her, frustrated by the delay, because, it's such an obstacle. I make fun of this person for being so frustrated, but at the same time, I'm that exact same guy when I'm trying to drive home from work at 5 p.m. To even get on Sunnyside Road at 5 p.m., I feel like I'm playing Frogger, Well, another driver, frustrated by the delay, allegedly just honked and then sped around Cynthia, killing the chicken that was just innocently trying to cross the road. So enraged, Cynthia Sosa pursued the driver, blocked their vehicle, and then engaged in a struggle over the victim's car door. Sosa then allegedly deployed bear mace directly into the victim's face while the victim was still inside their vehicle. Sosa fled the scene, but was later apprehended by police. She was just trying to avenge the chicken. That poor chicken, just trying to cross the road. One of those uppity rich people in Key West, Florida, out of all places. I can't wait another minute. I'm going around. Passes her up, kills the chicken. I feel like she almost rightfully deserves bear mace to the face. Maybe this could work for Victor's next advocate's injury attorney spot. Hey, have you ever been accidentally sprayed by bear mace by another enraged driver and you wrecked your vehicle? Might as well call the advocates. We've been talking about naked people quite a lot as of late. And sure enough, I just see this. Skinny dippers raise $15,000 for charity. A lot of these people look like they'll be like me and do the chunky dunk instead of skinny dip. But they did raise a good amount of money for, I don't know what does it say here? $15,000 raised across 22 locations. But for what? Get naked for a good cause. Skinny dipping day. Oh, did Victor miss out on National Skinny Dipping Day? It's an annual adventure that inspires people to experience body positivity while raising money to cure women of horrific body shame. Okay. About 1 million women suffered from untreated birth trauma, causing them to, okay, well, yeah. Well, there's some horrible things people go through. I get it. It's a good amount of money raised for the for this particular foundation. But it is funny looking at these pictures here because it is just a bunch of naked people. And they're all censored. So imagine being that one person that had to censor all the bodies. I don't know. I really don't know what to make of this. I just came across it. And I'm like, man, we've been talking about naked people quite a lot. National Skinny Dip Day. I'm glad Victor didn't, celebrate and then try to post that on the K-Bear page. Something like that, You have to be careful. If you go to any public gathering of people, like a concert, where something like the kiss cam is possible, maybe you shouldn't show up with your side piece. This has been popping up on my Facebook feed this whole morning about at the recent Coldplay concert. They have a kiss cam, and they were going around, people were kissing on the camera. But then it goes to Andy Byron. This guy has his arms wrapped around this lady, and they both immediately realize they're on the kiss cam. They separate, run away from each other in embarrassment. And even Chris Martin made a comment. But the guy in the video, his name's Andy Byron. He's married. He's the CEO of the software development firm Astronomer. And he was looking cozy with his chief people officer, Christine Cabot. And sure enough, yeah, he was cheating on his wife. I'm reading the comments here. I love that the universe served up some karma. No kidding. Husband, don't wait up, honey. I'm working late. Jumbotron receipts. Mad props to the cameraman. He knew them and knew just what to do. That's awesome. I love it. If you're gonna cheat, you deserve what's coming to you. More than 275,000 spectators are expected to descend on the town of Portrush in Ireland over the coming days to be part of the 153rd British Open, which starts today. There's already been some controversy, but not with the golfers. Instead, a group of restaurants in Portrush came under fire for raising their prices just as tourists started arriving. The price of a chicken and bacon burger at Remora restaurants increased from $11 to $24, while a bowl of chili chicken pasta that costed $20 earlier this month rose to nearly $40. There was enough outrage online that the operators of Remora restaurants dialed those prices back. Former U.S. Open champion Wyndham Clark has been banned from the site of this year's tournament, the Oakmont Country Club in Plum, Pennsylvania, after he destroyed a locker during a temper tantrum last month. The club notified its members that reinstatement would be contingent upon Mr. Clark fulfilling a number of specific conditions, including full repayment for damages, a meaningful contribution to a charity of the board's choosing, and the successful completion of counseling and or anger management sessions. Oakmont is on the rotation of courses that host the U.S. Open, with its next turn coming in 2033. Even though Caitlin Clark gets her share of hard fouls from her fellow WNBA players, they know that the 23-year-old is very important to their league. The Athletic polled WNBA players, and 54% of them say that Clark will be the face of the league in 5 years. The poll also asked who the biggest trash talker is, and 35% named Alyssa Thomas of the Phoenix Mercury. One player says, "She smiles and talks crap. That's the crazy part. It's psycho stuff. She's crazy, man." Wow, what an informative topic. Wrapping up the Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101. I completely forgot to draw winners for the Crazy Figure 8 car races happening this Saturday at the Rigby Fairgrounds with Mad Marvin, a.k.a. Lieutenant Marvin Crane of the Idaho State Police. We got tons of these family 4-packs here, so if you want to win one of these family 4-packs, make sure to sign up within the K-Bear, Alt, and Cannonball 101 apps. We might actually have some extra with Justin and Katie this Saturday as well. Now, the Crazy Figure 8 car races don't start till what time? Doesn't even say on the thing. Oh, racing starts at 7. I just can't read. It says right there on the top left. Racing starts at 7. We'll probably give some of these family 4-packs to Justin and Katie, who are going to be at the Idaho Falls Farmers Market this Saturday, right there on Memorial Drive. We're going to be collecting donations for the Haven Family Shelter as part of the Idaho Falls Rescue Mission. So, yeah, we'll collect donations. We'll probably just give these away. Have our Riverbend Media Group booth all set up there. Katie Lee from Z103, Justin Pierce from 105 The Hawk. They'll be there. You should show up as well. Go check out all the vendors. selling fresh fruits and all that good stuff at the Idaho Falls Farmers Market. Happens every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. now through October. Now, I mentioned this on the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem, talking about how the Steve Miller Band now has possibly the lamest excuse I have ever heard when it comes to canceling a tour. I have talked about Parkway Drive canceling their tour due to mental health reasons. The Ghost Inside, did the same thing. I think the Ghost Inside just said they were fatigued by their European tour, and they just did not have the energy to do a North American tour, so they just cut it off right then and there. But this right here has to be the dumbest. I looked at their website here, the SteveMillerBand.com. Dear Steve Miller Band fans, you make music with your instincts. You live your life by your instincts. Always trust your instincts. The Steve Miller Band has canceled all of our upcoming tour dates. The combination of extreme heat, unpredictable flooding, tornadoes, hurricanes, and massive forest fires make these risks for you, our audience, the band, and the crew unacceptable. So you can blame it on the weather. The tour is canceled. Don't know where, don't know when. We hope to see you all again. Wishing you peace, love, and happiness. Please take care of each other. Steve, the band, and the crew. Now I'm trying to think who exactly would be so excited to buy a ticket to a Steve Miller Band show is beyond me. I should have called my dad, had him on the air with me, because I think he told me plenty of times. I think I've mentioned what's the worst concert you've ever been to? Didn't I ask that question for the Peach Throne not that long ago? And he wrote the Steve Miller Band in the comment section. And should I dig up Facebook, dig up that post on Facebook, the K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal group, which by the way, you should join that group. Let me search here. Worst concert. This is enticing radio. I know. Oh, Facebook's not even loading. But yeah, recently I did ask the question, what is the worst concert experience you've ever had or something like that? Well, no, I asked it back in 2022 as well. I'm sure my dad repeated that same answer back then too. Apparently what Steve Miller would do is just talk in between the songs saying I wrote this song with this person, we did this with this person. And then my dad and my mom, back when they were early on dating, when they saw the Steve Miller Band, back when they were relevant, they stacked parked, or they did those stacked parking. So they had to wait for the entire thing to be over. They just waited outside. They didn't want to watch it anymore. So for those few people that were hoping to see the Steve Miller Band this summer, blame the unpredictable weather, apparently. It's crazy how many new tracks are coming our way. I was talking with loyal listener Desticles. His favorite band is Currents. He has their logo tattooed on his forearm. And so I saw they were going to be releasing a new track tomorrow. Sent that over to him. He's all stoked. Not only Currents, but also, there's a bunch of other bands. Why am I now drawing a blank? The big news, the one that caught me off guard, is that earlier today, as I was doing something here in the studio while the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem was going on, I looked on our YouTube channel, or I just looked at our homepage, and it said 9 Inch Nails as alive as something. I completely forgot the long title of it, but I'm like, wait, did they just release a new song? And I went to their Spotify to go check, and sure enough, yes, they did. And I immediately told Victor, because that's one of his favorite bands of all time. And sure enough, he comes running in the studio, does a reaction video to the new track, and it's now available on our channel, K-Bear 101 RMG. We'll definitely have to get a copy of that song for the library there. And then what else? What else is there? Because now I'm getting frustrated, because I could have sworn there was a bunch of other tracks I had in my head. Black Veil Brides released a new one. There's been a lot of metal bands releasing new tracks. I have this little bot that keeps track of all the metal songs coming out. Amon Amarth released a new track. Era releasing a new track tomorrow. What else is there? Amon Amarth. Did I already say Amon Amarth? The Acacia Strain. Whole bunch of new music coming our way. Yeah, it's going to be quite crazy. Also, I think this band's releasing something new tomorrow. Now that I think about it, now that I see the band's name, I believe the song is going to be called Rage. The band I'm talking about is President. Here's Fearless on Peach's Pit Party. So I've barely seen King of the Hill. I think that show was in its prime before my time. The only adult cartoon that I usually put on from time to time, I used to watch it quite a lot, Family Guy. But Hulu is bringing King of the Hill to life at San Diego Comic-Con with a full-scale Arlen experience, including Hank Hill's backyard. But here's the weird thing. They're having Hank's barbecue, but it won't have any of the propane. Yeah. I mean, fans can, go on the front lawn with 2D cutouts of the Hill family, hop on the Hill family lawnmower, even take a quote-unquote drive through Arlen. Over at Megalomart, guests can customize trucker hats with limited edition King of the Hill patches and all that. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff. But there's going to be a backyard barbecue station, too, serving up Texas-style bites all day long. But here's the kicker. It is confirmed there will not be a propane grill on site. Instead, a massive grill setup with loop clips from both the classic show and the upcoming revival. And it says no official reason has been given for the propane ban, but given what happened with the infamous Megalomart explosion in season 2, it's probably better to be safe than sorry. But still, I mean, if you're going to have a King of the Hill experience, you need to have propane. You need to stick to the script, stick to the source material. I still think it's pretty cool they're doing an event regardless. I have never been to San Diego Comic-Con, but I've heard it's quite the madhouse. I mean, we have Fan X that's happening, I think, like in late September. I don't know when exactly that happens. My friends Braxton and Bryson used to go to it every single year, but now since Bryson lives in Georgia and all of that, I don't think they'll be going this year. But maybe I should go check it out. I'm more excited for the Brigham City Peach Days. I remember hearing about it when I first moved out here. I think Star here in the office told me about the Brigham City Peach Days, and I'm like, I gotta go to that. I gotta go experience when are the Brigham City Peach Days? When are the Brigham City Peach Days? Oh, no, September 5th through the 6th. All right, I'll put that on my calendar, and I'll make sure to go this year. This is one of those articles where you're reading it, and you're going, yeah, they know exactly what they're doing. The headline right here just simply says, scientists probe Uranus, the planet, and find it's warmer than expected. I had to emphasize the planet because, well, I didn't want Jade to all of a sudden just tune in, hear that break, and then be like, what is Peaches talking about? But after decades of confusion, researchers have finally figured out where Uranus gets its heat. And no, it's not just from the sun. I think it said, like, Uranus is warmer and leakier than people thought. Yeah, it's been slowly leaking heat from its early formation just at a much lower rate than planets like Jupiter or Neptune. There was a big deal about NASA's Voyager 2 mission back in 1986 that suggested otherwise, puzzling scientists for this long. But now all of a sudden, we know the answer. The icy gas giant that is Uranus generating heat from deep within itself. This Saturday, make sure to come by the Idaho Falls Farmers Market. There's a lot going on this Saturday. We gave away tickets for Volbeat, Hailstorm, The Ghost Inside, live at the Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater down in what's technically West Valley City, but we just call it Salt Lake City. They're going to be there at that venue performing. Gave away tickets for that. Shout out to those listeners that won tickets. I hope they have a fantastic time. If you didn't win tickets for that, we're also giving away family 4-packs for the Crazy Figure 8 car races happening at the Rigby Fairgrounds. And that starts at 7. If you want to sign up, make sure to sign up within the apps, K-Bear, Alt, or Cannonball, or you can sign up in all 3. I don't care. Just if you sign up in all 3, you get the maximum 3 entries into it as well. During the day from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., we are going to be, by we, I mean Riverbend Media Group, we're going to be at the Idaho Falls Farmers Market. Yeah, Katie Lee from Z103, who literally has the studio right behind me. I'm sure she's hearing me talk about her right now. Her and Justin Pierce from 105 The Hawk down the hallway. They're both going to be at the Idaho Falls Farmers Market collecting donations for the Haven Family Shelter as part of the Idaho Falls Rescue Mission. I believe we're going to have Charles from the Haven Family Shelter in tomorrow morning with Victor to talk about what exactly they're in need of. I mean, we have a whole list on our site, but it's better just to hear what's a high priority, what's something they just need, just basically whatever you can bring that we have there listed on the forms, on the apps, the farmers market form on the app. Definitely bring what you can. We would greatly appreciate it. It's going to go right towards the Haven Family Shelter as part of the Idaho Falls Rescue Mission. Like I said, a lot of stuff going on this Saturday. Be a part of it. Donate what you can. I think Katie and Justin, we might hook them up with some of these crazy figure eight car race passes at the farmers market. So if you want to stop by the Riverbend Media Group booth, I would suggest doing so. Well, I'm going to try my best to work my way around this because I don't want to get a JPA, a Jade Pucker alert. I'm even trying to get AI to help me here because I'm like, hey, could you make this radio friendly? Make this a whole lot nicer. What is ChatGPT doing? ChatGPT has been going crazy as of late. Usually I rely on ChatGPT to give me a funny title for the Peaches Pit Party podcast episode, which, by the way, you can find those on demand wherever you get your podcasts. And for some reason, yesterday, it started going off the rails. It started saying, like, how in the episode I was talking about how I found my mugshot in r/Idaho crimes, how Victor declared himself as the Moss King or something like that. But anyway, this 40-year-old man named Jeffrey LaForge, is that how you say his last name? LaForge? Just earned himself the world's most awkward shopping list and a felony rap to go with it. Security video shows him popping open the packages on nearly $280 worth of, well, I don't even know if I can even say that. Adult accessories at a Walmart, tucking them away, strutting out the front door. And then he also just took like a Reese's peanut butter ice cream as well. Like he was like, yeah, let me get these accessories as well as just some ice cream and be on my merry way. Store security called police, and LaForge's long record of his sticky-fingered adventures turned what would have been a misdemeanor into a full-blown felony. As for what he had planned to do with the products and the frozen treat, I think we're all better off not knowing. It is Peach's Pit Party. I've been trying to find a new TV show to watch. And so Ask Reddit had a perfect question. Which show do you think started as a 10 out of 10, but ended as a 1 out of 10? Right away, I see House of Cards, one of the best shows ever for the first few seasons, and then ended in the most disappointing fashion ever. Is that a Kevin Spacey joke? Or are they actually being serious? Because they had to write off his character, I think, or something like that. Anyway, another answer here, Pretty Little Liars just kept going on and on, but the story had died. The Walking Dead, I forgot about that show. My dad was obsessed with it. And then I think it's like Grey's Anatomy where it's overstayed its welcome to the point that it inadvertently erased itself from the mainstream consciousness, something like that, you know? Because, I mean, The Walking Dead, towards the end there, it's like, okay, what can we do? I mean, how many things can you do with a zombie apocalypse? Shameless, another answer here, another show I have not seen. Oh, look, there's Grey's Anatomy. It's not even finished yet. This person wrote, it's my favorite show, first-time watcher. I'm on season 14, but everything is the exact same. Same medical condition, same plot, same everything. It's a great show, but it's just so repetitive. Now, I could say season 3 of Squid Game, I'm not going to spoil anything, all right? You can watch it on your own time. I'm not going to ruin the show for you. I am sort of disappointed. I honestly think season 1, of course, best season. Season 2, there's I don't even want to say anything about season 2 either, because what if you're not caught up on that? It kind of just gradually went downhill, in my opinion. The TV show You, one of my favorite TV shows, season 1 was, fantastic. Was it season 2 or season 3? Might have been season 3 that I binge watched in a night. Just in one night, I'm like, okay, I need to watch this entire thing. I just kept watching episode after episode after episode. But season 5, I mean, that's the ending of the series, allegedly, you know? And, I mean, if there's enough money, I'm sure season 6, or there will be a spinoff, and somehow, some way, one of the side characters from the show will get their own series, something like that. But at least now I have a list here of what TV shows to avoid entirely, so I don't get my feelings hurt or my hopes down. You know, Game of Thrones, I think, is another one of those TV shows. I was never going to watch that show in the first place because I just really don't care for fantasy. But I know it is one of the greatest TV shows of all time, I think. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down the list that I see from time to time on r/cool guides on Reddit. It's the best TV shows of all time. And I see Breaking Bad. I've seen that. I see The Sopranos on that list, and I definitely need to watch that. Didn't that end poorly too? I think a lot of people were upset by the ending when it first came out years ago. I think Howard Stern did a whole bit on it back in the day. Just cuts to black or something like that. I don't know, but I still should give The Sopranos a try. If you have any TV show to recommend me, please send it my way. All right, for some reason, I came across this other question asking, is your birthday a big deal to you? Why or why not? Dire radio content, I know. I'm sure I can hear the people right now. This is why I listen to Sirius XM. It's commercial free, and I can hear music 24/7 and not Peaches talk about useless things like, is your birthday a big deal to you? It is for me, okay? If you're one of those people that says, well, it's just another day. A birthday, I don't care, whatever. I mean, I'm the opposite. Go out and celebrate it, you know? This year I'll be turning 29 on August 29th, the golden birthday, as many people call it. And sure enough, I'll be back home celebrating with my family. I'll be more so back home to celebrate an even bigger milestone that my dad will be celebrating. He'll be turning 60 on September 2nd. And I wish I had a much bigger present for him other than just me showing up back home. But unfortunately, don't have the funds to do so. Unless all of a sudden I just decided to rob a bank, which I would never do. So, yeah, birthday, big deal to me. I love to help other people celebrate their birthdays even more so. I'm looking at all the comments here. No, I don't care. I like to mark it, but hey, it's another year I survived. Do I want people to make a big fuss? No, I don't want people to make a big fuss about mine either. I just like to have, people to celebrate it with. It's not a big deal, but I do like to mark it. Another answer. Couldn't care less about presents or being the center of attention, but it's nice to gather the people I love together and spend time with them is what it says here. Perfect. Perfect wrap up. Again, I apologize for talking about something so stupid. Well, there you go. New 9 Inch Nails, as alive as you need me to be. Catch Victor's reaction video to it on our YouTube channel, like I mentioned, at KBear101RMG. Now, let's move on to today's To Peach Their Own question. What's a hill you'll die on that no one else seems to agree with? I figured I would just ask this one today. It's been popping up as of late. Cade went off in the comments section. The Office and Friends are god-awful TV shows that don't deserve the cult followings they have. I completely agree with that first one. Ranch dressing does not go on pizza or wings. I disagree wholeheartedly with that one. I think blue cheese is extremely gross. If you're one of those like blue cheese with wings, ugh. Blue cheese is one of the worst dressings ever. Okay? Then he says, Jeff Goldblum is an overrated actor. I don't really care for him. I just think he has that cult following as well. Taika Waititi is a horrible director. Haven't seen much of his work. Kane Brown and Morgan Wallen are not country artists. Well, that's debatable. Falling in Reverse is awful, according to Cade here. Again, debatable. Some stupid hip-hop wannabe rock is what he calls them. Okay, then here he goes. Sleep Token is divorced mom rock. And then he goes on to say, thank you for coming to my Cade talk. There we go, To Peach Their Own. That's the way you answer a question. This guy, shout out to Cade. 208-535-1015. What is your answer for today's To Peach Their Own question? What's a hill you'll die on that no one else seems to agree with? Hey, K-Bear, how's it going?
Not too bad. How are you, Peaches?
I'm doing fantastic. Now, what's a hill you'll die on that no one else seems to agree with?
Pineapple absolutely does belong on pizza.
Pineapple does belong on pizza. Now, I'll have to disagree with you on that one. Even though I'll eat it, I'm not going to be that person that throws a fit, especially if like the pizza's bought for me. But
right.
Yeah.
And also, on that note, back to a conversation I had this morning with my boss at work. Chicken also does 100% belong on pizza.
Oh, 100%, yeah. Your boss was saying chicken doesn't?
Yes.
Ah, gotcha. Well, barbecue chicken pizza will forever be my all-time favorite pizza.
And if you were to work at Little Caesars, say, and you could take the chicken in and the barbecue, I put barbecue chicken with Famous Dave's Devil Spit barbecue sauce. That was awesome.
Oh, all right. Sounds delicious.
You have a wonderful day, Peaches, and thank you so much.
Yeah, you have a wonderful day as well. Thank you. Thanks for listening to Peaches Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peaches Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.